Today, I'm proud to announce that the V Foundation has raised over $80 million in the name of Jim Valvano. Think about it, $80 million. Yes, Jimmy's legacy to me will not be about cutting the nets down and winning a national championship, but it will be about all the lives he's affected for generation after generation with the dollars that have been raised for research. I think about being a member of the board of directors of the V Foundation and how proud I am to be a member with people that are so passionate. I think about Nick Valvano, the CEO, the chairman of the board, Bob Lloyd. I think about Pam Valvano, John Saunders. I think about Mike Krzyzewski and all the dedicated people who really are working so hard to raise dollars to beat this dreaded disease. I'm often asked, why are you so obsessed about this? I'm obsessed. Let me share a conversation I had just this past weekend. I spoke to a dad, Eric Nichols, 35 years of age. He told me on a day that his wife delivered twins, how excited they were, Caitlin and Erica, and how thrilled. And then he told me, he said, Dick, he said, we were heartbroken as any parents will be when the 2-year birthday of Caitlin, and she found out, and we found out, that she had a form of leukemia. Well, he said to me, you would have been so proud how courageously she battled and she battled and she battled for 6 months in the journey with her chemotherapy, etc., and all the treatments. Well, she lost the battle and she lost the journey. But he said at least we were so excited that we had little Erica. And then all of a sudden, a year from the passing of the sister, Erica contracted the same disease as his sister. You ask me why. Why am I obsessed? Read that email and you find out why dollars are needed so drastically to beat this dreaded disease. Yes, Erica's battling and she has months left of chemotherapy. The great news now, as Eric told me, that Eric is in remission, and we hope and pray that research out there can get her back stronger than ever to do things that kids are supposed to do, and that's to run and to play and to be out having a blast, not going for chemotherapy. I will never forget a conversation I had with Holly Wright. You people remember last year I spoke about Peyton and the battle she had. She ultimately lost her journey at age 5, and Holly, the mother, just told me the other day, spoke with her at breakfast. She said the toughest thing I ever had to deal with, Dick, she said the toughest was that my little girl would say to me, Mommy, I thought you loved me. Why do you make me go for those treatments? Why do you make me go there, Mommy? And she said she'd go to her room and she'd shed a tear. I also heard Holly speak, and she basically, to paraphrase it, told a bunch of coaches, says, coaches, I know you feel so bad when you lose a basketball game. It's like the end. But let me tell you, you're going to get another chance to coach another game. You're going to get another chance to get a possible win. I'm never going to get a chance to coach my little girl, Peyton. That, my friends, that's why I'm obsessed. You think about stories like that. I think about the letter I received from Dr. Tetro, an outstanding oncologist from back in Sarasota, Florida. He wrote a 6-page letter, and in that letter he basically said to me, he said, sports is a diversion for what I face every day, and facing beautiful people after coming back, studying and analyzing their CAT scans, and have to give them reports. In many cases, have to tell them some bad news. But through sports, he said, Dick, you guys deal with a scoreboard. It's about wins, it's about losses. In my game, our scoreboard is a loss of humility, a loss of dreams, a loss of strength, and in many cases, the people I deal with, it's a loss of life. And that's why I come to you and I ask you, oh, I know the economy's tough, as Mike Krzyzewski said. The economy is tough, and there's no doubt about it. But the one thing about cancer, it doesn't care about the economy. And cancer, you think about the numbers, 1 out of every 2 men, yes, and 1 out of every 3 women in a lifetime will come down with cancer. You think about watching this basketball game, in a 2.5-hour game, 300 Americans are going to lose their life to cancer. 750 are going to be diagnosed with cancer. You think about the numbers and they blow you away. But another reason I'm so proud about the V Foundation, yes, Charity Navigator, the America's principal evaluator of charities, has rated the V Foundation a 4-star rating 6 consecutive years, because the people with the V Foundation are so determined and so unbelievably facing that challenge and working so hard to raise those dollars. I come to you. Yes, it's a tough time right now for many, but cancer takes no break. It comes after all, whether one is rich, whether one is poor, whether one is black, white, Christian, or Jewish. It doesn't matter. That disease brings you to your knees, and it interrupts the lives of so many beautiful people. Not only the person that has cancer, but everyone involved within the family. And the only way we will ever beat that disease, and by all of us uniting and finding a way so that we can bring a smile to little Erica's face and let her go on and live a life full of health and happiness and success. I ask you from the bottom of my heart to please call 1-800-4-JIMMY-V. God bless and have a super healthy holiday.
Dick Vitale on his own has helped raise millions and millions of dollars for the V Foundation. So please join Dick and the rest of us. Call 1-800-4-JIMMY-V or log on to jimmyv.org. Don't give up. Don't ever give up.